Okay, hi you guys. I'm here. Sorry about the delay. I'm a little bit late. I'm feeling a little bit off, which is just a little bit interesting. How are you guys? I hope that you are enjoying this Lunar New Year with this new moon solar eclipse in Aquarius. We've got some work to do. And if you're new to this channel and you're catching this on the replay, you are in great luck because once a month we powwow together and we come up with our visions for the upcoming moon phase. We put it out there together, and you can really feel the energy that's kind of bubbling up and simmering through all of us and taking off. So if you're watching this on the replay, it's like you get to ride on our coattails and still use that creative energy to, wherever you want to expand that to. So let me say hello to you guys. I want to hear about how you're feeling with this energy, and then we will get into our new moon homework, okay? Hello. Oh my gosh. Yep. I am not ready. This isn't even up on my computer. Long time no see, you guys, right? Okay, here we go. Yes, we're live. Mute. Hello. Put this here. Okay. I still can't see you guys. Hi, there you go. Hello. Hello, Just Joy. Our forest dwellers, we are together again. Hi, Caroline Wade. Jeez, I'm sorry, this popped in there. Hi, Caroline Wade. What a treat. Twice in 1 week. How about twice in 48 hours? Hi, Just Joy. And Teresa. Moonchild says hello. Hello, Paisley. Renee, our forest friends, and our queen. Yes, that is me. Because my name is Regina. It means queen in Latin. Hi, Electra. Charlie. Nice to see you. Hi, Spicy Gemini. Am I getting everyone? And I think we got everyone. Very good. Okay, so you guys, boy, you guys are chatty. So, have you guys noticed a change? Did you wake up this morning and notice a shift? We had a massive shift, kind of like starting Friday with Saturn going into Aries. And then we had a new moon solar eclipse. And it's like all the elements, we went from a very watery Saturnian, Neptune, a watery, intuitive feeling kind of inspiration with those elements to now we are sitting on Mars fire. And this fire is going to help to kind of evaporate things that are hazy, confusing. It's going to kind of dry things out and it clears a way for our path forward. And I really like this is happening in the sign of Aquarius. Air feeds fire, because by the time we get to the new moon in Aries, we are going to be ready to go, because Mercury's going to retrograde here in less than a week, and it's just going to be messy until the first day of spring. So you guys wrap your stuff up, just get your stuff done, and then plan to, from here until the first day of spring, you're going to be rehashing all those things that you need to work on and catch up on for this winter season. So, yes, how are you guys doing? Wait, let me switch this. Caroline feels brighter, lighter, and happier all day, like clouds have lifted. You know what? I have too. I have, with this kind of like heavy, because water is so dense, I have felt really weighed down. And this time, this is our first new moon where we don't have these watery things happening in at least 3 years and going back to 2012. And it just feels like a lot of weight has been taken off and you can just move forward. JP, me too. Hard time getting to sleep. Yeah, I just don't even try to fight that. Oh, Steve, Moscow, treason. Paisley, I feels like I'm actually observing instead of absorbing. Yes, because Having Saturn and Neptune in Pisces. Pisces is a psychic sponge. Pisces will always have such a difficult time with this. And you guys are always, well, I don't know if you're Pisces, but Pisces in general always has to work on their boundaries and their sensories, because their senses and will be feeling out, and they will just go on and on forever and ever. And it's just very vast, and it can never like really be totally reined in, and it gets really, really disorienting. So having fire here, it kind of burns off all that, and you're not like absorbing all that energy that's out there. You are able to protect yourself with the Mars aspect, because Mars is a warrior, and now Saturn and Neptune are disposited by Mars. So Mars kind of controls how these things are going. And the beautiful thing is, with this new moon solar eclipse in Aquarius that is ruled by Saturn, they're in mutual reception. So the work that this new moon solar eclipse Aquarius is trying to get done is going to work very harmoniously. It kind of levels up into what it can do, because these things are in mutual reception. So you have the Sun, Neptune, and Saturn working very harmoniously together with Mars. You have 4 big heavy hitters there that are working so harmoniously. Okay. Let's see. Oh, it's his last visit. He went to the hospital again? Oh, he came out. Okay. Yeah, I'm afraid not. You're a Virgo a Virgo stellium with all that opposing you. Yeah, it just really gets heavy and mishmashy, and then having these, just with the way Saturn was behaving in the rest of the mutable signs throughout the year, it was like, you feel good for 2 out of the 3 months of a season. And then it's like that 3rd month is really heavy, and you're plodding through. That is gone. Steve, your day went really well. Really smooth. It's the salon. I love to hear that. Teresa, feeling lighter. Newfound positive power that I haven't had in a while. Oh, it must be your Aries side. Oh my gosh. You are the apple of the universe's eye. As we go forward into this new era, our 250th year, wow, you have a lot of creative, precious energy to lead the way in your visions and carry that torch no matter where you are. Amazing. Speaking of carrying the torch, if you guys, I really like that Heather Cox Richardson. She just talks about politics. She's not a politician. She's a historian, but puts everything that we're going through into perspective with our history. So as it seems like the parties are a-changing, like the right has gone too far right, and now you have the left that's being pulled in trying to help out, that has happened in our history where the parties kind of shifted and reversed. 1880s and 1930s, very much similar to what's happening today. She was saying in the 1880s, we had all those robber barons, and then you had the police in the street, and they would be shooting people dead, kind of like what's happening now. So we've been through these cycles. We've gotten through them. It would be nice if we didn't have to do all this crap, but that's just the way it is. So again, here is something that is encoded in our cosmic DNA with our nation, and the rights and those things that we uphold is valuable, and the way they move through our nation and our history and our stories. She also had this guest today that I loved. It was just so unique and inspiring, and it goes along with this perspective of how things are changing. I can't remember what her name is. She's from North Carolina, and she decided to run for office as a Democrat in the last cycle, but because she knew how heavily gerrymandered her district was, she was pissed because her senator she loved, and then all of a sudden, poof, there she goes, because it's so heavily gerrymandered. She said that district literally like wrapped itself around that senator's house, and then the entire district was red. So she was squeezed out. So she ran, and she ran as the Democrat. I can't remember what her name was. Was it Kate? but her slogan was Kate can't win type of thing. But that got her out talking to people, discussing how heavily gerrymandered things are. And she really worked out well in getting the word out. She did not win as a Dem. The Republican won it. But this time around, she's running as a Republican. And now the rest of the Republicans in this district see her as a total threat. They are worried they won't offer any of the parties money and donations because she's running as a Republican. And what it's happened is that, again, she is now out there talking with people in this district, talking about things being heavily gerrymandered. And everything she's hearing back from her district is they need another option. They need another choice. They hate what's happening. And Republicans are really seeing this as a threat to them in this district that they've been able to hold on. So this was not an endorsement for her in any way. It really made me feel good in that you might not know what's going on in the rest of the nation or how different people are being inspired in different ways to help the nation and move forward. Oh gosh, we have barking again. I'm sorry. But she had quoted, oh boy, I don't know who it was, a master teacher. I'm going to shut this door. And this person, they said that everybody has a torch to carry. If there's just one thing that you focus upon, that is the torch you carry, and you carry it until you can't carry it anymore. Whether it's running for office or you're doing something in your community or you're helping out somewhere, there is a torch that you carry, and that's your creativity, and it benefits the whole. So I didn't mean to go off on that tangent, but I would encourage you, if you're feeling sad about the way things are going, to check it out. It's really interesting. Okay. Oh, I know Robert Duvall passed away. He was 95. I know. Just, you know what? Yesterday when I woke up, I felt such a heaviness in my heart. I had tears in my eyes. I didn't know why. It really kind of bothered me. And then I realized, I'm like, I don't know if this is my energy, because sometimes you can just walk into these things, but it was heavy, heavy grief. And it was like tormenting. And then the news came out that he had passed away, and I acknowledged that, and then it lifted. It was really kind of crazy. So, someone else passed away too. Shelby, I woke up randomly at 7 a.m. this morning. I never do that. I got up early too. I've been getting up earlier, I would say, for like the past week. Yes, Stephen, the year of the fire horse is also the Knight of Wands in the tarot. Yes, that fire horse, I'm calling it a hot pony because I can't remember these things. But it has got clear direction. It's got courage. It is brave, and it's just raring to go. Progressive Republican. Oh, yes, Jesse Jackson passed away today. I was looking at his chart, really interesting. His Pluto is 5 degrees Leo, transit Pluto, 4 degrees Aquarius. There are other things. It was exactly having a Uranus return in Taurus, 28 degrees. Hello, that's where it is right now. And his Saturn-Uranus conjunct it was 27 and 29 degrees Taurus. So it's like you could really see what was happening there. Okay, so let's talk about this. I did talk about this new moon solar eclipse yesterday in more detail. I did finally print a chart, and this is the thing. These are the things where we really have a lot of leverage going forward. Keep this in mind. So, yellow, where are we, yellow? A highlighter. I guess we're going to go with green. So this is over Washington, D.C. This is crazy, you guys. Okay, so these two things right off the bat, I was like, wow. You know, oh, and here you have Taurus. That's that big square that is going to create some upheaval for everybody at some point in this lunation in your personal life. It's just going to happen. So we're going to have to protect ourselves from shock. But here in Washington, D.C., at, was it 7:01, on the eastern horizon is the ascendant, the thing that gives life to this chart, how this chart is managed. If you want to think of a project manager, it is 28 degrees Aquarius, 49 minutes. We have the sun and moon exactly conjunct on the ascendant, 28 degrees, 49 minutes. Now remember, Aquarius is the sign of the masses and the people. Leo is the sign of the leader. Don Julio very much regards himself as a leader. So what happens, his rising sign is 29 degrees Leo, which is right here on the western horizon. And it's really interesting because this is a fight that is up close in his face, okay? And it is really difficult on his body and his energy. So because under him, he really dominates this first house, me, this is who I am. And just over time, you know, the seventh house is your partner or your open adversary that everyone can see. This has become the people. This has been the people. This is how this has evolved. He always sees us as the opponent. So we the people, USA moon is 27 degrees Aquarius, and it has just risen. It has slipped just into that 12th house that you can't see. It's just risen in the eastern horizon, and it's really in his blind spot, okay? So the sun itself is in its fall in Aquarius. We're coming out of the least amount of sunlight for the year. And so the sun, it is not strong here. The sun equals a solar figure. Because this is an eclipse, the moon, the people just step right in front of that sun and block the light and interrupt. And that moon is what carries our wishes and our to-do list for the rest of this lunar cycle, okay? It is a really, really positive point. On top of it, in Washington, D.C., at the top of the chart, the midheaven, the sun's highest point in the sky, what everyone can see, we have 12 degrees Sagittarius. This is the rising sign for the United States of America. This is how everybody relates to us. And now it's how the world knows us. So we have this new moon solar eclipse energy that is really tapping we the people up in the foreground, determining what's going on here, and a really debilitated leader on this side, even though he's on our side and he's right on this horizon, so he can do some things to really provoke and really hit hard in some regards, but it's really, we're in each other's space, but I feel like there's so much more leverage over here with we the people. And it has to do with everything we are becoming and our highest aims, okay? So those were the two things that really stuck out for me with this new moon solar eclipse. Shelby, the eclipse was at 7 a.m. I prayed for good fortune for all and went back to sleep. That is so lovely because Aquarius is the sign of the collective, the people. It's the humanitarian. It's the sign of your hopes, wishes, and dreams. It really is the sign of dreams. So here we are gathered together to do our monthly homework. Now what is this? So at the new moon, well, the moon is conjunct the sun. We are experiencing an eclipse where now the moon interrupts the light to the earth, and it makes it that much more powerful because it carries the energy of the sun. it forces things to change. That's the thing about eclipses. They force change when you don't want to change. And this is the first eclipse that we're having in the Aquarius Leo axis, okay? And we're going to have this for a couple more years. So there are some things that are definitely coming to an end from the last 2 years. And there are things that are opening up. So what happens is, even during a regular new moon, you know, the moon and the sun will line up, but it's not on the ecliptic, okay? The ecliptic is where the nodes are. That's the ecliptic, the sun's path related to the earth. Those new moons in other months aren't on this ecliptic, this line, but they still happen where the moon stands in front of the sun, and we make our new moon wishes, and they're carried through. So they are powerful. This is what the Farmer's Almanac is based upon when they're looking at a planting season and a growing season and a pruning season, etc., etc. It's part of a branch of they call it now astrometeorology, but it has existed for eons, since Aristotle even talked about it. So anyway, so the farmers knew when you planted your new seeds, when they planted the seeds at the new moon, they noticed that their harvest, their crops were healthier, more abundant, and had better returns for them. And so likewise, we are going to plant a seed and a wish. You do it at the new moon to give it that extra oomph to grow. And you just kind of get focused there and you hold that note. So what we're doing together, because as above, so below, above in the heavens, here on earth, we're taking that energy, focusing it here in our space with our pencil paper, and taking those ideas from above, bringing them to a written form, because that written form, it kind of slows things down and provides really good clarity to the universe and all that is on what you're intending to do. So what we do together is we just write new moon wishes together that have to do with the themes of the new moon. This year, it's about Aquarius, groups, people, friends, science, humanitarian deeds. It's a really, really positive lunar new year for the people, because this eclipse, it's like we've got this eclipse at our back instead of this aholio breathing down us. It's like we have the benefit of this eclipse having our back and our best interests, okay? So what we do here is I will write stuff out. You guys write whatever you need in the chat. If just feel free to write whatever you want. The thing is when you're writing out your new moon wishes, it is relevant to you. You can maybe influence other things in people, but it really has to do, with your relationship. Oh boy, that's stuck. With you. Okay, I do not want to make this fall. So I'm just going to do this the other way. So I get my great big whiteboard underneath. And I always write I want with my wishes because it's habit. You can say I intend. It's my expectation. But I'm a Scorpio. We're full of desire. So that's why I use the words I want. You could use whatever language fits with you. But for simplicity's sake, that's just how I'm doing it here. Now, I took a bunch of notes that I wanted to make sure we covered. I just wanted to make sure we got the good stuff going, okay? So, here we go. First of all, we have Mercury retrograde coming up. I gotta sit down. So, first of all, we're gonna say, can you see this? I want to breeze through Mercury retrograde and get everything done I need to complete ahead of the new zodiac year. I want to communicate clearly and authentically, and I want vast protection of my well-being for my okay, so I want to breeze through Mercury retrograde, get everything done I need to complete ahead of this new zodiac year, and I want to communicate clearly and authentically, and I want vast protection for my well-being. Hi, Marby. Okay. We got that. We just wanted to get that one out there. Oh boy, I don't have that prayer. I put myself in my invisible or in my seamless mirrored cocoon where I am protected now and forevermore, so be it. Something like that. You want to protect your space too. Let me get my glasses on. Okay, so as we're talking about protection, okay, I'm going to put these notes over here because Aquarius is the sign of freedom, union, like groups of people. So there's this weird push and pull. It's like, I need my freedom, but I also honor groups of people. You want to find a balance through there. We have bravery, solidarity. Aquarius is the sign of technology. So I want my elections, because they're your locally, my elections protected. I want all the voter rolls and data concerning me and my community protected. I want to be able to deal with unexpected shock and upheaval in a way that I remain centered, calm, and clear. So, I want my elections protected. I want all the voter rolls and data concerning me and my community protected. I want to be able to deal with unexpected shocks and upheaval in a way that I remain centered, calm, and clear. So we the people. Let me do this one. Freedom. I want a total sense of freedom and privacy wherever I go. I want to live in a community that protects all and upholds the freedoms for all and thrives as such. Oh, I want an end to the abuse of technology and my rights. Okay. So I want a total sense of freedom and privacy wherever I go. I want to live in a community that protects all and upholds the freedoms for all and thrives as such. I want an end to the abuse of technology and my rights. I can almost hear your pens and pencils squeaking. You guys are very focused and clear, and I love it. This has felt bogged down and heavy at times. This feels very light and very creative. Choose left. I want everyone's heart to be wide open to good old-fashioned love. Love! I love love. Love feels good. I want to love because love feels good. I want to feel my joy because it's buoyant. It's good for my heart. And I want my joy to be the supreme resistance against those against this regime. I don't even want to name them, but okay, I want to love because love feels good. I want to feel my joy because it's buoyant. It's good for my heart. I want my joy to be the supreme resistance against this regime. Oh, you guys, we also have to pace ourselves. We got to add that because this energy is going to make everyone just want to like take off and go. So we want to have a sense, especially with Mercury going retrograde, it's going to get really crazy out there with the masses. So I want to pace myself. I want new ideas and inspiration to easily solve problems facing me and my community. And I want to build these things one step at a time. And for old structures to dissolve that aren't needed. And you know what? Saturn naturally does that. Saturn's about structures and foundations. And we are entering like a totally brand new horizon and world. And we get to decide how we want things to be shaped and how we want to grow these things. And I know there's kind of that sense of worry with Neptune dissolving things. It's like, well, can we get anywhere if like Saturn is building structure, but it's in its fall in Aries, and Aries can be impulsive. That's the beauty of this Mars and Saturn in mutual retrograde and mutual reception, because the sun is ruled by Saturn, and we have Mars in Aquarius. And Saturn right now we have in Aries. Sorry. That is a hack job. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? That just does not even look right. Ignore that. So it can be done. We were here, like 30 years ago, 28, 30 years ago, we went through a Saturn in Aries. We've been through this before, so I don't want people to be totally worried that we're not going to be able to get things to go because they're dissolving, they're building. Are we going to do this? Are we going to do that? This is where we can really appreciate Saturn, taming that flame of Aries and that hot pony. It kind of tames and slows things down, but with Mars, it's charging forth. It will have momentum. It's not like where we were, where things were just kind of dissolving, kind of wishy-washy, not really sure where things were going. Tame your Aries. I want perseverance and steadiness in uncertain times. Yes, and the clarity of where to go in uncertain times, because which should be easier, because, in a mutable sign, Pisces, it kind of goes back and forth, but in Aries, there's just one direction. And with Aries ruling the head and the content of the head and the eyes, it's going to be really clear on what you see. Okay? Oh, Paisley, I want air and fire to be balanced so land and waters remain contained. You know what? I like that too. It's just that we had so much water with Saturn, Neptune, and Pisces. Things kind of just felt muddy and garbled. When we had Pluto and Capricorn, Pluto behaved like scorched earth to me. This Saturn, Neptune, and Aries feels very much friendlier for the elements, except I am worried about hurricane season come October-ish this fall, because all those planets are going to be opposing the Saturn, Neptune in Aries. So we will work through that. But when what it's going to do is it's going to create these really, oh boy, a lot of hot air from the south hitting low and high pressures with a lot of speed. And the storms are going to be different in quality. People are going to be like, we've never seen this before. Yeah, it's going to have those qualities. It's going to kind of change its flavor, so to speak, as we go through these things. Okay? I want all our schools to start telling the truth about this nation. No more propaganda. I hear ya. I want technology to work for humanity by improving our lives, not aid in destroying our lives. Yes, that is absolutely what we want. We want technology for the good. We have Venus in Pisces conjunct the North Node. Venus, women, the female, the comfort, values. Conjunct our destiny. I want to get real clear with my governing body, my government, on red lines and where we stand as a nation on how we treat human beings. I want to see and feel the nation waking up. They're absolutely waking up and coming together, indivisible, with justice for all. Justice for all. There is also a thing in our chart, like if you put, we are a Cancerian nation, so if we put Cancer in the first house, that puts Aquarius in the 8th house of other people's money and debt and taxes. So I was thinking about, I want to get real clear with my government on the red lines and where we stand as a nation and how we treat human beings. I want to see and feel the nation waking up and coming together, indivisible, with justice for all. Oh boy, you guys, I feel you. I feel that. Oh boy, I have got chicken skin, you guys, going up and down my legs, down my spine. Wow, that one was powerful. Okay, because Aquarius is in the 8th house for the United States with Cancer in the 1st, debt and taxes, money that is owed. I want all of my tax money refunded. I want my government to easily recoup all that was stolen and abused, and to uphold the laws as such. Saturn, do your job with accountability. This administration owes the people big for every misuse and abuse since January 20th, 2025. And with the 8th house representing life and death. I want a revival of the U.S. economy, and whatever shocks come, are brief, and plans are clear and accountable going forward. Also, life and death. I want the end of this regime. I want all the lies and abuse to die off with it. I want to be free of this parasitic, satanic administration. Okay, that is very much eighth house issues where this new moon solar eclipse occurs for this sign of Cancer. You guys got all that? I want a revival the U.S. economy, and whatever shocks come are brief and plans are clear and accountable going forward. Oh my gosh. I want an end to all the tariffs I pay now. Stat. Okay. I want an end to all the tariffs I pay now. We want accountability. I want the end of this regime. I want all the lies and abuse to die off with it. I want to be free of this parasitic, satanic, cheating administration. Cheaters. And I want the truth to come out with all that. I'd like our government to step down and let us live and come live with us. You want your government to be in line, in lockstep with we the people and our Constitution and the rules. Hello, lots of accountability. So also in the USA chart, I'm sorry, I just got this one. I want USA. I want us to remember who we are and how awesome our shared experience as Americans is. I want to see and feel bravery and courage in spades. And I think that will happen because we had Saturn, Neptune in Pisces. Pisces is really reticent. It can get spooked easily. It can pick up on all the hidden things that they don't, that just kind of lurk around them. And there was a healing quality with Neptune there as well, dissolving things that don't work, and we cannot see how it's happening. But the benefit is that now in Aries, we're not absorbing that stuff and lurking stuff. We're given the bravery and courage, the Knight of Wands, to rush forth and do our thing and not be afraid, okay? America. Let's see, my fellow Americans are brave, rested, fed, and encouraged. Tammy, I want to be taken to what? Whoops. Where did it go? Ooh, I'm afraid not. I want to enter the oligarchy. Same. I want to be taken to this Federal Reserve Bank and take my account and close my account with such, and then after the administration business be demolished, no longer administering as they do. Yeah, we need to take power and ownership over our money and our resources. And our White House. My God, that jackass. See, look at my bravery and courage. I just swore on YouTube. I need more light. Okay, what else do we have here? Return what's owed to us. At home and abroad, and as a citizen of the Americas, I want authoritarianism gone. I want dictators to flee and leave us our money and resources. I want our global alliances to be revived, to stand in the space of forgiveness and making things whole again. And damn it, I want the election interference evidence to come out. I want to know how it is that DT wouldn't have won without EM. What exactly did they do? Can no longer hide behind the fog of Neptune in Pisces. Oh gosh, can you guys even see that? Okay, at home and abroad, and as a citizen of the Americas, I want authoritarianism gone. I want dictators to flee and leave us our money and our resources. I want our global alliances to be revived, to stand in the space of forgiveness and making things whole again. And damn it, I want the election interference evidence to come out. I want to know how it is that DT wouldn't have won without EM. I want to know exactly what did they do. Gosh, it's got to come out. Because the globe, other nations use 70% of the election machinery and hardware and software to conduct their elections. This is why everything has gone far right. They're able to implement their psyops on the ground with actors and influencers on the ground, and they're able to manipulate tabulators. So we need to know that. We need to move on. We need to move on. We need to move on. Whoops. I want justice. I want peace and justice for Ukraine, right? I want to fulfill our promises to them way back when we said we would guarantee their security if they gave up their nukes. I want to make good on that, and I want the putts to go. Oh, diversion. USA Saturn, you guys know, is the sun is at 14 degrees Libra. There is going to be a reckoning with this Saturn and Aries as it goes underneath. This is the 10th in the skies. This is the 4th house, our defenses. You can't really see this. as Saturn has her transit, it is going to break free a lot of things. It is going to definitely shake up our legal system. But here's the thing. Jesse Jackson passed away. His son was 14 degrees Libra, USA Saturn. Putz, his son, is 14 degrees Libra, USA Saturn. This is where Donald's wound is, and he's basically married to it, and may these things come apart for him. So things are starting to break free. I want to fulfill our promise to Ukraine with all my tax dollars. Speaking of, what do we want with our tax dollars, you guys? What are we going to create? Because that is stuff that's owed. We're not going to just say we're owed it. What are we going to create with all this tax money that belongs to us? I want our tax dollars to rescind the Epstein class tax cuts, to grow by instituting wealth corporate tax. I want free health care. We can afford it. I want everyone to be fed. I want tax dollars for student loan forgiveness. Oh boy, you guys are busy. What else do we want our tax dollars used for? I want to build up the IRS. I want to reclaim everything from Doge. I want tax money used to recreate our social security numbers and administration. I want free college, like community college. What else do you guys want? I want free preschool. I want our antitrust laws rewritten and enforced. What else do we want? What else do we want? Protect our national parks, to protect our monuments, to protect our public lands, to take back our lands that those mofos are taken. Do we want to spend our tax dollars on every citizen of the United States, whether they're here or abroad, or like in Puerto Rico? You guys, let's open up this vortex. There is vast energy with this new moon Aquarius. So let's ask for it all. What do you want with your tax dollars? I want our tax dollars to work for clean air and water, reestablish environmental protection laws, I want science to return. I want a fully funded CDC. Is it NIH? Research grants aplenty. What else, you guys? I want USAID to return, but better and protected. Damn this frickin' administration and Elon. I want my money back from, I want all those contracts back from you know who. I want our government contracts with EM and that Palin. Irk. And that rescinded. And I want the best AI replacement of them. Oh boy, here we go with AI. I want our tax dollars to creatively support AI and protect consumers and to fight off lies and propaganda in real time. Oh, I want PBS paid for everywhere, and public radio everywhere. What else are we spending with our tax dollars? Okay. What else do we want? Okay. I want. There's some. I could sit here forever with you guys. Here we go. I want. What was that, DACA? I want our tax dollars to fully fund proper to citizenship with DACA, protected and folded in. I want those that need to be deported to be so done safely and legitimately. I want our tax dollars to fend off transnational organized crime, the mafia, and all of our laws upheld, and money to enforce it all. You guys, we have great laws. They're just not enforced. Barbara, I want our tax dollars to fund science and cancer treatments that aren't toxic nor harmful to the body. I want a strong CDC tracking illness, viruses properly. And a return to the World Health Organization. Oh, yes, it's a good one. I want our tax dollars to fully fund proper ways to citizenship with DACA protected and that folded in. I want those that need to be deported to be done so safely and legitimately. I want our tax dollars to fend off transnational organized crime, the mafia, and all of our laws upheld, and money to enforce it all. I want our tax dollars to fund science and cancer treatments that aren't toxic nor harmful to the body, and I want a strong CDC tracking illnesses and viruses properly, and a return to the World Health Organization. I want our tax dollars to kick out of for good. I don't know if I glitched on that. Okay, what else? I want the Kennedy Center back, yes. I want our tax dollars to bring back the Kennedy Center. Oh my gosh, do you guys see that dance that was in front of the Kennedy Center of those dancers? It was just amazing. I will not do any justice whatsoever, but they had the people acting like they were on the street, and then like they would get together and form a car, and then you realize it's Renee Good in the car, and then they act out her shooting. They act out Alex's on the street. And then at the end, oh my gosh, with the Washington Monument in the background, I was crying. It was amazing. I want our tax dollars to fully release all the files, arrest everyone committing crimes, and effectively and efficiently carry out investigations, secure evidence, and seize it all. Oh, yes. So, tax dollars. What else? Bot troll. No, thank you. I want the truth to come out. I agree. And who's taking out bribes? Where else are we with our tax dollars? Woo, we've been going for an hour and 15 minutes. Okay, you know what, you guys, let's wrap this one up. We've gone a long time, right? This has been a lot of work. Yes, I want justice for Kilmar Abrego Garcia. They said that he's not allowed to be arrested, you guys. Oh, yes. Yes. My camera's too stoned to autofocus. I want the CIA to be trustworthy. Yeah, I want us to... New beginnings, new starts. I want to rebuild our agencies with clarity, the best vision for functionality and protection of USA citizens and her resources. I want my tax dollars to rebuild the East Wing. Sorry, not that stone. It's okay, I don't care. Okay. Are we good? Are we good? Okay. Light speed tractor. Write on your paper. I don't know what's going on here. Okay. Yes. We're complete. You may come back and visit this at any time during this cycle. Even as we... Oh, one more. I want an excellent full moon eclipse experience on March 3rd. Okay. Yes. Until we meet again, you guys. Thank you so much. I love your ideas. I love the clarity. I could really feel like we really kind of dug in there and got into what we want. We've gone for so long being in shock of everything that we've lost that it's time to, hey, take it back. This is ours. These are our entitlements, and they're taking them. No more. No more. Okay. Good night, you guys. Good night, Teresa. Good night, Shelby. Thank you, Paisley. This was good work, you guys. Okay. There's such a delay on here. I want to say good night to all you guys, but I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you, Caroline. I'm glad you loved it. We'll see you later. Good luck at the Olympic gold medal.